Hey everyone, excited to be back for this week's edition of Frequently Asked Questions for Commercial Real Estate. In today's video, what I thought I'd do is talk about a metric that's commonly used in the commercial real estate space, and that is the cash-on-cash return. Now you may be thinking, what exactly is a cash-on-cash return? Well, what it is it's a ratio between the total cash flow of an investment divided by the total amount of money that you have invested in that particular property. So as an example, let's say you find an investment property that the total gross rents are $100,000 per year. Upon further inspection, you also determine that the operating expenses plus the yearly debt service for that property sum up to $85,000 a year. In order to determine your cash flow, you would take your $100,000 in gross rents and subtract that minus your operating expenses and yearly debt service of $85,000 to give you $15,000 in yearly cash flow. Great, now you have your cash flow. In order to determine your cash-on-cash return, you would take your yearly cash flow and divide it by the amount of money you have invested in this property. Let's say in this example, it's $150,000. So you take your $15,000 divided by $150,000 to achieve a 10% cash-on-cash return. Now you may be thinking, what exactly does that mean? What does a 10% cash-on-cash return mean? Well, it means how long is it going to take you to get back your money in that investment? For a 10% cash-on-cash return, it's going to take you about 10 years to receive back that money that you have invested in that property. If it's a 20% cash-on-cash return, it is only going to take you 5 years. So really, the higher the cash-on-cash return in that particular property, the shorter amount of time it's going to take you to recoup your initial investment. Not only that, it's also commonly used in commercial real estate in order to essentially as a filter for different investment opportunities. So let's say in your life, you prefer a 15% cash-on-cash return because you want to receive your money back within 6 to 7 years. So when you start looking at these real estate opportunities, when you do the high level analysis and you take in the gross rents, you analyze the operating expenses, then you talk to different banks to see what financing options are out there, and you determine what your yearly debt service is depending on what bank you decide to go with, you can easily determine your cash-on-cash return. And let's say that an investment property only pulls out an 8% cash-on-cash return. Unless there's a way for you to modify the property in order to get you up to that 15% cash-on-cash return, it's not worth pursuing based on your criteria. So you can easily move that aside and start moving on to new opportunities. And this is especially relevant as you start really diving into the commercial real estate investment space because you're going to have a ton of opportunities coming your way. So you have to quickly be able to analyze these opportunities. And once you find one that meets your criteria, whether that's your cash-on-cash return metric, or IRR, which we'll dive into in another video. I mean, there's various different metrics that you can utilize in order to filter through these opportunities such that when one opportunity comes up that actually meets all your criteria, you can execute quickly and then go through the rest of the due diligence process to determine whether or not it's worth pursuing. So hopefully you gained some value from this video. Again, I love creating awesome and engaging content related to commercial real estate. If you do like this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Along with that, if you're looking to buy commercial investment property and you need some help in analyzing commercial deals, be happy to do so with you, especially if you're in the Louisville area or its surrounding areas. You can reach out to me at Raphael at Grisantigroup.com, or you can shoot me a text or give me a call at 502-536-7315. All right, we'll see you guys next week. See ya.